A living shoreline is a nature-based way to protect your shoreline. It's sustainable in that it's more resistant to sea level rise and climate change. It creates space for nature. It looks nice, and it's a great way to trap pollution from running off the landscape. So when somebody has an erosion problem, the collaborative wants a living shoreline to be the first thing that comes to mind.
The Living Shoreline Collaborative is a group of non-governmental organizations, localities, researchers, concerned citizens, and marine contractors who are all working to increase the number of living shorelines in the lower James Watershed. It was formed because there's a real need to build green and resilient projects that can not only reduce pollution and erosion, but also provide habitat for our native wildlife.
VIMS is a part of this collaborative because we assist managers of coastal resources in Virginia and have been doing so for decades. And we're very interested in seeing more nature-based solutions along our shorelines.
The Elizabeth River Project participates in really every faction of the Living Shoreline Collaborative. We serve on the training committee, the action teams, the steering committee. We help lead the conversation about what's happening.
Wetlands Watch has been instrumental in designing the Chesapeake Bay Landscape Professionals Shorelines program, which is pretty innovative in the region and helps to train contractors and others working in that space to do this work.
As people were trying to implement more living shorelines, they kept running into there aren't enough contractors to do the work. And so we came forward and said we can develop a training and a certificate program that we can run through the CBLP, Chesapeake Bay Landscape Professional Program.
We're still learning how to make effective living shorelines, and so it helps to have a collaborative with different perspectives and different skill sets coming together to learn together and then apply different things together that each individual organization would have to learn it on its own.
It's not beneficial to keep people away from the table. We choose to instead invite people into the room to talk about what we're trying to do. And for us, really being able to expand our knowledge and learn from others is critical to making living shorelines the preferred method for shoreline restoration.
Why does a collaborative work better than individuals? I think synergy. One of the definitions of synergy is the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And so I think that's really what we've got going on here.
One of the benefits of this collaborative is that we're all seeing and experiencing similar things together, and we can also then help find solutions together as well.
I would tell an interested outsider that the Living Shoreline Collaborative is doing amazing jobs of achieving our goals of getting more living shorelines on the ground and bringing more people to our group and welcoming people to our community of practice.
I would tell somebody who's interested in joining the Living Shoreline Collaborative that it's a really great place to network, to learn more about what people are actively doing and what we're trying to strive for.
It really is about the people and the collaborative and that ability to, one, network with people you haven't worked with and figure out what they're learning and doing, and then others that you already have a relationship and strengthening that. So I think that's really been a highlight of my involvement, is learning what others are doing and interfacing with them on things.
Our goal in the action plan was to reach 2,800 linear feet of shoreline protected through our cost share program, working with ERP, Elizabeth River Project, and JRA. All said and done, at the end of the project, we're nearly at 6,000 feet in 3 years.
The Living Shoreline Collaborative helped overcome some of the challenges just from the sheer knowledge base. There's enough individuals and departments, entities that are involved in the Shoreline Collaborative where more heads, more brain power, more horsepower leads to better solutions. And so talking through some of the issues that we had, coming up with really good ideas, the Shoreline Collaborative was able to help us get through those problems.
You know, the need is still great to protect shoreline, to provide advice and assistance and financial incentives for homeowners. That need is not going away, so I think that's going to be a continued focus.
So I'd say the focus areas for the collaborative now are training individuals to implement living shorelines across our watershed and educating the public about living shorelines, hopefully creating living shorelines to be the norm.
I see the collaborative growing in the next 5 to 10 years by bringing in more concerned citizens, different regulators from things such as local wetlands boards, Virginia Marine Resources Commissions, and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to really help drive us and push us forward.
If we're really successful in achieving our mission, we will have made Living Shoreline's sort of the go-to option in the minds of communities and neighborhoods across the watershed.